NBA 3 buffer. He just absolutely drains that one.
Welcome to the 4A Girls Northwest #1 District Championship game. Scott Oshman, Tim B. Boyle, and Ron the Wedge Henthorn. It's just like they drew it up, gentlemen. It's #1 Lake Stevens Vikings versus the #2 seed Glacier Peak Grizzlies. Tim, how are you?
I'm great. Certainly no surprise that these two teams are here. Kind of like what you said, everybody predicted this. And Ron, how you doing tonight? You've been here since like noon.
Not quite noon, but a couple.
Is he going to make it?
I got a couple games under my belt, and it's kind of nice to have you guys here to carry the load, man.
Did you get your union break out of the way yet?
No, I'm very lucky to get my potty break out of the way.
All right. You know where the expense reports are, right, for reimbursement?
Right.
Okay.
Hey, this is going to be a great game tonight. These kids have played each other, what, 3 times already? 2 times?
They played
2 times.
3 times,
and, yeah, actually, the last game was kind of tight. Glacier Peak was up by 13 at half. Scott and I were just talking about this, and what happened, though, is Reagan Reed went off in the second half, and so did Kylie Griffin.
They did.
And they just couldn't hold them.
Kylie Griffin, the 6'2 senior, the phenom, going to Gonzaga next year. Yes, she only had 4 points in that last ball game at Glacier Peak. It was here on STSPN. Then she had 14 in the. She ended up with 14, and like you said, Reagan Reed, she is on a tear. So 27 that day, and the Saturday, their big win over Mariner, she had 33 points.
And didn't she get herself a T-shirt too?
She did.
That was
another
like her second. She was back to back on those.
She can put that one on eBay.
And all kidding aside, I think Glacier Peak's going to have their hands full. That's what they're going to need to do is stop Reagan Reed. I think, Scott, if they can keep her to like 15, 16 points, they got a chance. But if Reagan Reed's going for like 33 points, it's going to be it's going to be a long night for GP.
And they're going to need some output out of Collins, Newman, and Josephitis.
Yep. Josephitis is going to need to be hot on the threes tonight, right, Ronnie?
Definitely. That's my game girl tonight.
You're already calling it?
I'm calling her my game girl for 3-pointers tonight. At least 5.
5 3-pointers for Abby Josephitis, the senior. And boy, she can hit from anywhere on the court. She is deadly.
See, you got the red 3-point line and the black 3-point line. For Abby, it doesn't matter.
No, see the red thing in the middle of the court?
Yeah,
that's fine too.
It's all good.
In fact, up here, she could probably make it from up here. Our perch.
Oh yeah, remember those McDonald's commercials with like Larry Bird and Michael Jordan?
I love that.
They were banking them off from up here. Yep.
So there you see Lake Stevens. You're seeing the starting lineups announce everybody. But that's #1 in the dark jerseys. It's Glacier Peak Grizzlies, and the white is Lake Stevens, and that's Lance Taylor, and also Haley Grambo, Lacey Taylor, who was our player of the game in their win over Monroe on Saturday. As you see, Guerra for Glacier Peak on the court, and number 14, Taylor Smith, the senior.
Nicole Jensen.
Yep.
Okay.
Nicole Jensen there waiting. So these two, it's just like sometimes you see in the NBA, you see in various sports, they know each other. You have head coach Radney Eden's one of the best in the district or in the state, and then you have Brian Hill for Glacier Peak in his 10th year. 2 good coaches. They've been here before. They know each other cold.
Well, think about it. These girls on both teams have been playing against each other since they were kids for the most part, and probably in the select ball and all that. They've probably played against each other hundreds of times.
One big key for Lake Stevens. So the dynamic duo of Kylie Griffin and Reagan Reed. Reed, by the way, a sophomore.
which is scary in its own right.
As you see, Kylie Griffin right there, 44, and there's 33, Abby Josepitis. But they like to play fast, Tim Boyle. They want to run. They want a big, huge track meet. They want to run. They want the outlet pass quickly. Reagan Reed is one of the fastest kids on the court, and Kylie Griffin knows how to find her.
Oh, and also Reagan Reed is not going to be shy about going to the hoop tonight.
We're going to pause here for our national anthem. All right, Everett Community College, home of the Trojans. You see there at center court, Glacier Peak, Lake Stevens. This is for the championship.
And we got a nice crowd on.
We got the Lake Stevens Vikings band you can hear, and Glacier Peak, they're trying to go back-to-back. They were here last year as they head to the Tacoma Dome, and they got to the championship game, losing at the finals there, but they know what it's all about here.
Yeah, and speaking of that, Glacier Peak, you got to hand it to them when they lose 3 Division I scholarship athletes to last year, and they're still back in the championship game this year. So.
And on Glacier Peak, we've talked about, of course, Kylie Griffin and Reagan Reed, and then all the great support players as well. But then for Glacier Peak, it has been all about Alexis Newman, the transfer from Arizona. She had 22 points in that loss. Like you said, they were up 13.
That was a little bit of her coming out party, that game.
It was. And they are ready to take the tip. It is Newman and Griffin. Newman comes up with it and back out to Haley Grambo, this junior. And we're underway. Glad you're with us here. The 4A Girls District 1 Westco Championship game. Guerra, too much off the glass. Rebound, Josepitis loses it. Still.
Jump ball.
That was a nice play there by Taylor Smith there. Behind her back, held the ball.
Possession arrows went to Lake Stevens.
Nicole Jensen on that tie-up. You're going to see a lot of defense out of her tonight.
She will be key on the, I think we talked about it last week. Nicole's not the kind of person that has huge stats, but she has a huge presence in the game.
That pass, just too much sauce there. I'm sure the little adrenaline here. Reagan Reed trying to go to Anna Johnson, and it'll go back Glacier Peak ball. Grambo into Guerra, back out to Grambo, but underneath, Josepitis, and it goes!
And change!
Well, she rolled that one right over the edge, didn't she?
She had some English on that.
Great high-low look by Haley Grambo, and talk about the development and growth as far as her play this year as Josepitis hits that. It's been unbelievable. Haley Grambo.
Oh, just in the last 4 or 5 games, she's really stepped it up.
3-0 Glacier Peak on top. Just the start of the first quarter here. Lake Stevens in the white. Reed with the ball, coming off 33 points, and that another one.
Floats up a running one-hander. And like I said, she's not going to be shy about going to the hoop tonight.
She is tough. Josepitis. Big rebound, puts it on the ground. Johnson.
Ref's
Tyler.
letting him play a little bit.
Yeah, Lacey Taylor gets it now over.
Uh-oh.
Tyler Smith.
Oh.
That's off Grambo. It's going to stay Lake Stevens ball.
Kylie Griffin was all alone under the basket down there. Nobody could look up and find her.
She's gets it into Reed. Guerra on her. And Kylie Griffin. I want a Wesco 4A championship.
I think they want the T-shirt more.
Yes.
That's what they're all fighting for here.
It is legendary.
Ron's already picked his player for tonight.
That was a prediction for Speedway Chevrolet Player of the Game interview coming up after the conclusion of this one.
And look at Nicole's wide open down there. Haven't found her yet.
4 on the shot clock. 2. They got to get it off. That's a
not
shot
gonna
clock
happen.
violation. Good defense there by the Vikings.
Yeah, that's the problem when you want to. I love seeing people work the ball like that, but you got to be careful of that shot clock.
Saturday's win for the Grizzlies, the pressure against Monroe was deadly for them, and that created the big lead. They won 76-49. Reed,
Oh,
two-step.
Looked like she traveled.
Griffin there with the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, but again, Reagan Reed going to the hoop, not shy at all.
That was a Euro jump step. Garrett three-pointer, no good. Jensen tries to get the rebound, and it's going to stay GP ball.
I think they caught a break there. Reagan Reed's already gone to the hoop 3 times tonight.
Newman. And Alexis Newman.
Welcome to the party, Newman. Oh, I think they should. They're going to give that to Josephitis. They could have gone either way on that. Reagan Reed kind of threw her elbow out there.
See, longtime Vikings coach Randy Edens there in the purple shirt.
Last game we had, Scott, they were calling fouls like every 5
yeah,
seconds.
oh my
that
goodness.
was the boys'
that was
game,
the boys.
right? Yeah.
Boy, she had some people open. Here's Kylie. Tyler Smith back in. That was Anna Johnson, tried that. Here comes Josephitis. Newman, 2.
Oh, and
got it.
And a nice dish by Haley Grambo. Oh, Grambo got a little chippy there with one of the Lake Stevens gals.
That's Lacey Taylor.
Oh, I thought it was Johansson.
Smith. Ten on the shot clock. Drives in. Great pass. Deep. Smith.
Oh.
Taylor Smith for 3.
Nailed. On the red line, too.
The senior.
I think she took an extra step and got away with it.
Lake Stevens up 2 points. Jensen for 3.
Backcourt pressure there by the Grizzlies.
Here's what they like to do. Get up quickly. Reed 3 ball.
Oh!
Boom! I mean,
might have-
nothing but net.
GP's probably thinking about calling a timeout here.
12-7, 3:46 left. Newman in the key. Back out Guerra. Guerra deep, not even there. It might have got ticked, and Newman got hit, and she's still on the other side of the court. Now we're going to get a whistle.
I didn't see what happened there. She's obviously hurting. Oh, and she's telling the ref that someone got a piece of her.
Got an elbow.
Oh, she's not happy about
No,
it.
she is not.
Little personnel change here, Scott, for the Grizzlies.
And it's Sydney
Looks like
Guffey.
Sydney Guffey's coming in, along with Collins.
And you don't think these gals are competitive? They want a championship heading into the state playoffs.
Michaela Guerra in there as well for the Grizzlies.
Reed outside, 12 on the shot clock. Wide open.
Not this
Taylor
time.
not there. Alexis all the way to the rack.
Coast to coast. Uh-oh,
Six.
now they leave somebody wide open down here.
Johnson.
Oh. Guffey with the rebound there.
Here comes Collins in the ball game. Tough shot underneath, not gonna do it. Crippen with a rebound again. Reminder, this is a college court, 94 feet. 3-ball Taylor. It's gonna go Glacier Peak. 12-9, 2:34 left in the first quarter. You can kind of see what they both want to do here, Tim.
Well, they're kind of a little bit of a track meet, isn't
It
it?
is.
Run and shoot,
Yeah.
run and shoot. Yeah.
Kylie Griffin, she's gonna get a workout. All of them are.
Keep in mind, the winner, only the winner's guaranteed to move on here tonight.
That's true. So in the 4A,
But the loser is going to have to play against Mariner to see if they can stay
correct.
in this.
well,
That is correct. Mariner won tonight.
that's right. Josephitis on top, 18 on the shot clock. There's Aaliyah Collins.
Oh.
Great dish.
And what a dish.
Guffey
Oh.
can't convert. Big rebound in the game. Galliani. And here comes Reagan Reed.
Oh.
Fadeaway step back. Is she feeling it or what? Did she get to travel?
Oh, she got to travel. Okay. Well, she got away with one earlier.
She is balling out there.
She is. You know, it's that old saying, when she walks in the gym, she's open.
Yeah, she's exciting to watch, isn't
She
she?
is.
She is.
Collins is kind of a little bit of a mini Reagan
Yeah,
Reed. They
very
kind of both
fast,
go to the
speed,
hoop and
versatile,
that
and
was a
good
foul.
defense, or was it? And
Yep.
Alexis Newman, and we saw that in the first game or the second game you and I did. Those two going just battling.
Yeah, we're going to see it tonight. And Kylie Griffin picks up her first foul on that.
Newman hits it in 7 points already for the junior Alexis Newman. Boy, she has been pivotal here for this campaign for Brian Hill's Glacier Peak Grizzlies. She hits both of them. Under 2 to go in the first quarter. 1 point lead for the Vikings. Griffin.
Oh, nice drive to the hoop by Griffin there. That's why she's going to be playing at the next level next year.
Going to be a Bulldog at Gonzaga. 14-11, 134 left to go in this first quarter for the 4A Girls Championship. Josephitis way down. Rebound. Here comes Reagan Reed. She likes to push. Breaking down the freshman Collins. Weaving.
Oh!
Guffey with a rebound.
Just a spinner and didn't quite get it.
Collins the other way.
Oh! Ouch!
And Galliani was right there.
They didn't call a foul on that?
They didn't.
Boy.
Collins goes hard to the court.
I don't know. It looked like there was a lot of contact there.
This is a championship game, guys.
This
They're gonna
is.
let 'em play. They're going to let them
Well,
play.
I agree with that, but that looked like there was some contact.
30-second timeout. Let's keep it here, or what do you want to do, Todd? Back here, Scott Oshman, Tim Boyle, Ron the Wedge Henthorn. Ron doing double time, overtime to the two earlier games.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. You can relieve the pressure a little bit.
It is hard. Championship game, Glacier Peak in the navy blue. Newman wants it deep. New in the ball game. This is Savannah Smith, the senior. Underneath. Reed. They're fighting for the rebound. Galliani there.
Yeah.
They're on the
Boy,
court.
a lot of second chances for Lake Stevens. Possession arrow this time belongs to GP.
Savannah Smith, is a junior. but this goes 44 seconds left in this first quarter. It's been fun so far, 14-11. Josephitis.
Oh, that's
Here's
gonna
a
be
shot.
Really
That's
short. GP's really off on the three-pointers tonight. They haven't hit one, and they've taken, 6 or 7, I think.
Savannah. Rebound, put back up, and she gets fouled.
Yeah, that hurts when you give up the offensive rebound and a foul. I think that's going to go against Josephitis.
And that is
Picks up her second.
Sarah Dominic shooting 2, rolls out. Josephitis has a propensity to get some early fouls and hang it on. She's a tough defender. Dominic can't get either. Front end, 14 seconds left. 15 here in the first quarter.
GP's going to play for the last shot here, obviously.
Collins smacked
wow.
out there by Galliani. Good help defense. 6.8 left to go in this first quarter. Josephitis the inbound. Looking. Guerra
Have to get
makes
that
some
shot
room.
off.
Josephitis running out of time. Guppy throws it up, and it will not go. And that's where we will sit after one quarter. Lake Stephen Viking, the number 1 seed, number 7 in the state RPI. They lead 14-11. Back here, we're underway the second quarter, and Lake Stevens with it. Johnson back out here. There's Savannah Smith. That's Dominic. Guerra there for the rebound. Staying with Aaliyah Collins, the freshman for Glacier Peak. Using a lot of clock in their possessions. Guerra up front. 10 on the shot clock now. Trying to see if they can get Newman open. Collins spins, but she loses it.
Not a good decision there by Collins. Oh, and then
they didn't call it. Here's Collins. The easy lay-in.
Wow. Yeah, they are letting them play a little bit, gentlemen, don't you think?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, nothing like that last game, GP and Jackson, where there was like 45 fouls. Literally. Yeah.
They double up on Savannah Smith, and this time she gets it.
Might be going against Guffey.
Yeah, I think it is going to go against Sid the Kid. Yeah, 21.
It is. That's her first. Glacier Peak with 3 team fouls, Lake Stevens with 2.
Neither one of them really in foul trouble at the moment.
Nope.
But that could change rapidly.
Taylor Smith out to Reagan Reed. Now Kylie Griffin finds some room. 1-on-3. Great pass.
Didn't follow
Not
through.
there for Johnson.
Ooh, they almost lost it there. Newman kind of flung it to Grambo and almost lost it.
Johansson, excuse me, I keep saying Johnson. It's Anna Johansson. Guffey out front. Newman thinks about it. Now she drives left, back out. Grambo gets Griffin up in the air, a little floater. It's tipped, and it's going to go Lake Stevens. They are using all 30 of that clock.
It's haunting them a little bit. I think they need to get the shot off a little quicker.
Still only 1 point difference, guys.
It is. Last time these guys met at Glacier Peak had a 13-point lead going into halftime. But
yeah, they kind of seemed like they were in command at that point, too, and it just all changed after halftime.
Good fake there by Smith. Bounces out. Griffin hits the floor hard. Back up quickly to Jensen. Over to Collins. Underneath, Guffey. Can't get the roll off the back. Now she's got to be careful she doesn't foul. Kylie Griffin pushes up. Taylor can't get it.
Oh. And they're going to get Lake Stevens, I think, on the push
boy,
there.
Some point-blank shots here not going down for either team.
Luckily for Lake Stevens, they're getting some second chances. Who was that foul?
That's on Taylor Smith, her first. 3 team fouls apiece for both clubs.
Yeah, let a contact go like that. Sometimes it's harder to make those baskets and then you get a little pressure like that.
Guffey, Jensen.
A little too much.
And they are just not getting a bounce either side. Here comes Reagan Reed. She's going to try and change that. Spins! And Newman just says, get it out!
Newman just swatted that.
Yeah, Reed went down hard with a lot of contact and still no call there either.
She only navigated about 4 players by the time she went to the
She can squirm
floor.
through there.
She had a flew about 5 feet.
24 seconds on the shot clock, 5:07 in the second half. That one's too much. That's going to be over and back. No, there is no over and back.
No,
There,
not on the inbounds.
Not on the inbound, maybe. Reed! My goodness, can she just drain it?
but Hill was just petitioning for an over.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh!
Collins!
What happened is there was a Lake Stevens player touched the ball, so it should have been over and back.
Yeah, I think you're right. It should have been called.
16-15.
Yeah, 22. Reagan Reed there. Just spectacular play the last few weeks. Smith goes into Johansson. Johansson, turn around. Got it.
Kind of muscles it up there. Didn't even leave her feet.
First bucket for the senior. Back the other way quick. Collins.
Luckily, she picked up the foul because that ball wasn't going anywhere. But Collins not shy about driving to the hoop either.
Not a freshman anymore.
Who was the foul on?
Foul is on
24.
That's Anna Johansson. Her first. Collins at the line. Spins out. Newman's going to take a breather.
Sid the Kid's taking a breather.
Josephitis in, Guerra back in. Collins. Neither. Oh, that's off Lake Stevens. It's going to stay GP.
Yeah, GP just caught a break off the foot.
Let's see if they can set up an inbounds play here to score on.
4:11 left to go in this first half of the Wesco. There's a great inbound. Johnson blocked from behind. Good D. They save it out to Josephitis. Grambo now. Ooh. Almost. Staying way out. Guerra now, 9 seconds on the shot clock. The senior finds Jensen, drives the lane, goes up, and she's stuffed by Griffin. Garrett gets it again. I don't know. That should be a shot clock.
Yeah, it's going to be a shot clock violation.
Never hit the rim.
Should have reset it. Shouldn't have reset it, and they did.
What's going on here?
I got to tell you,
Lake Stevens' ball.
It will.
Glacier Peak's gotten a lot of shots blocked already in the short time this game's been going on. I think they've got 7 or 8 block shots easily. GP's got to be a little smarter about when they're throwing those balls up.
So Grambo's going to take the ball, and they have, say, 2 seconds on the shot clock. I'm not sure about that one.
I don't understand that.
Guerra goes up, maybe got fouled, doesn't call it,
Oh,
and that's
and
going to
then
save Glacier Peak again.
And Haley Grambo with the hustle there. She is an outstanding defensive player.
Randy Edens cannot believe it there, the far side of your screen. Grambo the inbound. Collins finds a lane. This time it goes.
Nice little running left-hander there.
6 points for Aaliyah Collins, the 5'7" freshman for this Grizzly squad.
1 point game again.
Griffin. No call. She
Wow.
cannot
They're letting them play a little bit.
get the call. Here comes the Grizzlies. Jensen. Gareth. Ooh, she
She had it all lined up, didn't she?
She thought
almost
about it.
pulled the trigger. Collins backs
Oh, I
down.
don't
Now
know
that
where-
one, poor pass. And Collins tries to make it up, and she'll get the foul, I believe. She says, I'm sorry to Kylie
Does that
Griffin.
count? Do they pull the foul for that?
Had to call that when she knocked her down the middle of the court.
First on Collins. 4th team foul for Glacier Peak. Griffin, boy, they collapse on her. Deep. Smith gets her own rebound and puts it in.
Caught GP sleeping on that play.
5 for Taylor Smith. Guerra down
Oh,
low,
another
no
block.
call.
They're just blocking Glacier Peak's shots at will.
Reed. Not this time. Here comes Haley Grambo, pushes it up to Guerra. Collins will settle. Just about 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Been tight the whole way. Eight seconds on the shot clock. Josephitis, you never know when she's going to pull the trigger.
They better
3,
think about that
2,
block.
1. Guerra launches, and Griffin goes over the smaller Collins. Here comes Kylie to Reed. Bounce pass out. Taylor Smith back in. Johansson. Griffin back there. Boy, big
Yeah,
rebounds.
I think I'd get a timeout going.
I think we do.
They're getting Newman back in the game. Smart play there.
8 points for the senior Kylie Griffin. Grambo trying to break down Reed. Back out to Josephitis. 10 on the shot clock now. Reed, 4 seconds. 3. Tries to find a creek. Rebound by Garrett. It's blocked again. Jensen tries it, and she gets it.
Wow. I thought it was going to be a shot clock violation there. And Jensen gets it up at the very last possible second.
44 seconds. Boy, barely a difference between the game clock, shot clock. Here's a steal by Collins. Collins gets her to go to the left, right, can't get it. Garrett goes to the rebound, now it's stolen away. Comes Taylor Smith, 31 seconds left in the second quarter.
Glacier Peak really needed that basket. Oh, they're going to get Jensen, I think, on the foul there.
Reed took a nice tumble.
And 20 seconds left in this first half. 22-19 Lake Stevens. Glacier Peak took a quick lead, and then it's been the Vikings ever since. Foul there
Lake
is on
Stevens.
Jensen, her first.
Lake Stevens has a chance to go up by 5 or 6 here at halftime.
Taylor uses it. There's a great move there by Smith. Savannah. And Dominic. Or excuse me, Morin. Samaya Morin, the freshman, with a couple, and that one not there. Long range, and we sit 24-19 at half. What do you think, Tim? Ron?
Well, I think that GP really needs to start getting some better shots off and not wait until there's 1 second left on the clock.
I think that they're going to have to adjust to the physical contact of this game right now.
I
There's
totally
just
agree.
a lot of contact, and they're going to have to just decide that that's not going to affect them so they can make a little stronger move to the basket.
Yeah, the other thing they're going to have to adjust to is they're getting their shots blocked just almost every time down the court.
And they're not calling it. If they try and get their body in when they go down the lane,
Well,
they're not getting the call, trying to get the body in, shot's not going.
Yeah, and Lake Stevens, those blocks have been pretty clean, I thought.
Yeah, both sides. Tell you what, though, championship night, you got to make the layups.
You got to get it off, and you got to get the shot off.
24-19. We'll be back with more at halftime. There's star-studded up here at Media Press Row. Maybe we'll catch one of the celebs at halftime. Back here, halftime, Lake Stevens, the #1 seed in Wesco 4A, 24-19 over Glacier Peak. Scott Oshman, Tim Boyle, and we were joined by David Kruger from the Seattle Times.
Hey, he's on Celebrity Row here.
It is. We talked to his agent, his publicist, his manager, and we finally got him.
There's a lot of red tape to get you on here.
That's all one person, though.
No, you are a highfalutin celeb, but you carry at the table you carry your own equipment.
I want to stay humble. It's important to stay humble in these times.
What's your observation? You've seen these guys play a couple times, I believe. Weren't you at the game? Was that a Kamiak game? Maybe I'm incorrect.
No, I saw the boys play.
Okay.
This has been a fun game to watch. The second half was pretty frantic pace going back and forth. A lot more defensive, a lot more blocks for Lake Stevens, a lot of rebounds for Glacier Peak, and I think both put up 8 points for Glacier Peak, 10 for Lake Stevens. That's still a really close game. But it's fun to watch when everyone's running back. They're probably exhausted at halftime already, I would think. I'm exhausted just watching them.
It has been a track meet, and I was telling Scott, Lake Stevens got a lot of block shots on Glacier Peak right now, and looks like Glacier Peak's holding the ball until almost the 30-second clock's gone, and then they're getting blocked.
Right, well, and I wonder if they want to just keep the ball and keep, the clock, use the clock, and because you don't want to, like Stevens is scoring when they get the ball, so you want to keep it out of their hands. But yeah, you gotta wait, but you gotta shoot before there's 5 or 3 seconds left in the shot clock.
They're kind of forcing up some shots, and gosh, I think Lake Stevens must have like 12, 15 blocked shots right now. I don't know.
Whoa, easy there, partner.
That seems like a lot.
I have, I think, 7, but I might have missed
That
a
seems
couple.
That's
like
right
a
there.
lot.
That's right there. Rounding error.
Well, I meant.
No, I
He
know
just-
what you're talking
He just
about.
rounded up. He just rounded up.
Hey, you leave the exaggerating to me.
I meant it's halftime, so they're on pace for 15.
They're on-
There you go.
There you go.
Leave the incorrect
I knew what you
exaggerating.
meant. I knew what
Yeah.
you meant. Yeah.
I knew you did.
I think just like the first half, we were talking, Dave, you didn't see it, but the way they had a 13-point lead, Glacier Peak over Lake Stevens when they last met, was they try to slow it down because if you shoot quickly in the shot clock and the possession, boom, they want to push, and with Reagan Reed and Kylie Griffin, it's lights out. They can bury you in a hurry.
Right, and they seem to want to push too. And Glacier Peak on offense is getting rebounds and sprinting down the floor too. So, and that's why they're missing. I mean, both teams have missed an open layup on the way up too. So I mean, I know that's just early. If it's nerves, it's just adrenaline and can't believe you're that open. You look up and there's nobody there in front of you. But
The other big key for Glacier Peak, you live, you die by the 3-ball. Not one triple
and
in the first half for the Grizzlies.
yeah, they'll probably need a couple more to keep this game close. They're getting good shots. They're getting in. They're getting mid-range shots. The problem is they're not all going in, and if they don't make it, Lake Stevens is killing them on the rebounds.
Are you here for the remainder of the evening, or is this it?
I am. I'm here for the night. We can hang out all night.
Wow.
it's an all-nighter.
All-nighter with David Kruger.
Past my bedtime already, but we'll keep it going.
How do people follow you, sir? On Twitter.
Oh, I was gonna say usually I meant like a Starbucks or something.
Yeah, well, I was going to go there, but
I am on Twitter at Kruger_David, which is KRUEGER_David.
whoa. Do we need a replay button for that? What happened just then? No, I'm just kidding. We were at your alma mater, Marysville Pilchuck.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
I haven't been there in a while.
You haven't?
It's been a couple of years since I've been there.
That's a nice board up there.
Ron
Yeah.
just came. It was Saturday. He slept there because he was there for like 18 hours, and he just came here.
Oh, for wrestling or?
No, for the playoffs.
Oh,
We had 4 games. Thanks for tuning in on STSPN. We had 4 games, David.
when I'm not talking to you guys, I'm watching all the time. When I'm not with you guys, I feel like I'm still with you guys.
Any other areas of critical commentary for you, Kruger? Any
No.
predictions?
I think it's gonna be a good second half. I think Lake Stevens has the edge right now. They've won twice, but GP's motivated. They want to get that district trophy, and everyone wants to get that regional berth. You never know what's gonna happen in the second place game, and it's just easy to get it done now tonight.
All right. Well, subscribe to the Seattle Times, would you?
I do.
And do as I do. If you want the paper, the actual physical paper delivered to your door, Tim Boyle, and you open the sports section and you see the byline of David Kruger, what you do is you take your phone out and you take a picture and then you text it to him. That's what I do every single time.
I love seeing it. I love getting the text. And
It's
I
just-
get to talk to you about other stuff too.
Yeah,
so.
it's your parents and me.
Pretty much.
All right. Anything else, Tim? Did you have any hard-hitting questions?
Megan stopped caring years ago.
Yeah. Oh, that's not a good sign. You're not even married yet. Where are you registered? Do you have your own website and that whole deal?
Can I register at STSPN? Can I register for like?
No, we're trying to get the podcast on STSPN, but we can't get a meeting with management.
You would think they'd be nicer to you about that kind of stuff.
You'd think. It's tough. Times are tough. Competition's stiff. Anyway, David Kruger, Seattle Times, thanks for coming on and always having fun with us.
My pleasure, guys. Have fun.
Dave.
All right, we'll be back. Just a couple minutes left until the second half. All right, just about ready to get this second half. Boy, 2 bands in the house.
It's noisy in here, man.
Dueling bands.
Yeah, it's like a Seahawk game. You have to have like your lawnmower earmuffs on.
Big time.
Scott Oshman, Tim B. Boyle, and Ron the Wedge Henthorn with you. Ronnie, let's run up the dials on point totals this first half as we get ready to tip off the second.
Well, 19 points for GP tonight, 2 of them from Nicole Jensen, 6 of them from Alea Collins, 8 from Alexis Newman, and 3 from Abby Josephaitis. On the Lake Stevens side, they got 24 points up there. Taylor Smith with 5, Reagan Reed with 7, Johansson with 2, Morin with 2, and Kylie Griffin with 8. And we're going to see a lot more out of Kylie Griffin and Reagan Reed in the second half, I think, point-wise. But I wonder what they came up with in the halftime, man.
Well, I think that from what I see, Lake Stevens doesn't need to make a lot of adjustments right now. GP needs to make some adjustments, and they need to get Josephaitis a little more involved. She had those 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. That kind of cost them a little bit. But here we go.
Let's see what they can do.
Glacier
with the ball.
Glacier Peak with the ball in the blue. Newman, double team, tries to fight through it. Not there. Here comes Reagan Reed. And just lays one up. What a rebound and putback by Kylie Griffin. Oh, my.
Gonna get Haley Gramble with the foul on that, I think.
Another offensive rebound there for Lake Stevens.
Driving
pays
the
off
basket,
for him.
driving the basket, getting hammered, and not getting the foul called on either end there for both of those.
Neither team in the bonus in the first half. Kylie gets it done there. (25-19). See if she can make it 26. She does.
Biggest lead of the night for Lake Stevens.
It is.
7.
And the RPI, it keeps on ticking. That's new this year through districts. They are the ranked 7th in the state RPI for Lake Stevens. Glacier Peak at 15. Josephaitis from 3. They didn't have one in the first, and they start the second with the senior.
That's
And
my
they
girl.
needed that. There you go, Ron. That's the first of 5 that you called, right?
That's right.
Now pressure, break it pretty easily here is Smith, Tyler Smith. Double on Reed. Gets by. Josephaitis tries to pick the pocket, and they're going to get Jensen for the foul.
Boy, and they've been letting them play so much, and they kind of, that one didn't look that
Didn't look that
bad.
Reagan went down, so they had to call it.
Second foul for the senior Nicole Jensen. And Reed, deep 3. Newman there. Josephaitis from way downtown!
And that's one of those Harlem Globetrotter 3-pointers.
She was out in the parking lot.
Oh, man.
Griffin the other way. Now the lead 1 for Vikings. Deep 3. Answers no. Tyler Smith and back out Johansson.
A lot of offensive rebounds. Jeez, three opportunities there.
And that's a stat stuffer.
Lake
Shoot,
Stevens
rebound,
is
and
gonna
hit
think
it.
About it.
They have a short 30. Randy Edens does not like what he saw. Josephaitis from the seats.
Just single-handedly gets them back in the game. Now it's a 3-point game. It was 7 there for a minute. Boy, it hurt for Glacier Peak to give up all those offensive rebounds there. And Newman went on the floor, has been on the floor a couple times. I think she's petitioning for that she's been getting fouled.
Kind of like we said at halftime, they're going to have to adjust to that physical contact they're getting out there. They're getting banged around, pushed around, and they just got to roll with it. They got to be tough and get in there and control themselves.
Certainly the physicality right now goes to Lake Stevens, without a doubt.
Not a lot of fouls being called the whole game.
Haley Grambo with the ball, number 1. Dribbling out. Josephaitis. Now they're going to card her a little farther out. Newman, 15 on the shot clock. Josephaitis. Hitting the great bands underneath. Got Lake Stevens band, Glacier Peak. Grambo, 6-5 on the shot clock. Guerra. Big rebound. Jensen, but she had the driving Newman. And they're going to call Kylie Griffin. I think, on that foul.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it is going to go against her. There was a lot of physical contact there. Surprised they waited so long to call it.
It's Kylie's second foul. No problem for her, I don't think.
First team foul this half. Substitution, Morin comes in. Maya Morin in the ball game. Jensen a turnaround.
Oh,
she
nice.
dives to try and save it.
Nice hustle there by Nicole.
Empty possession there by Glacier Peak. Here comes Reagan Reed. Reed, what a switch. The crossover. Newman battling. Gets it out to Grambo.
Nice hustle there by Newman.
Not only did she get the ball, she turned around and looked where she's going to throw it. So she threw it to a player.
Josephitis, 19 on the shot clock. Jensen down low. Looking for help. Back out to Newman. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Newman for three, short. Grambo trying to get in there. And she was just begging for a foul.
Yeah,
she fouled her 3 times before
she
he let her up.
Finally, the ref's like, I got to call it.
Yeah.
It's going to be Grambo's second.
It is. Third team foul for Glacier Peak. 28-25.
GP going with a full court press here.
Reagan Reed gets it to Tyler Smith. Josephitis on her now. 16 shot clock, just taken away by Guerra. Guerra.
Finally they get a call. She's going to go to the line for 2. Yeah. Fouled her on the lay-in.
Almost have to call that one when they hit him on the lay-in like that.
It's on Taylor Smith. That's her second. Blake Stevens' second team foul. Here's Michaela Guerra. And rolls in. Guerra hits it.
1 point game again.
Guerra had a nice game with 10 points in the win against Monroe. Here comes Taylor down to Morin. Bottom of the bucket. And Morin, the freshman, getting some time here.
And Lake Stevens just won't go away. Every time Glacier Peak gets within 1 or something, they respond.
Grambo.
Playing dribble queen with the ball there.
Guerra on the freshman Morin. Back out to Collins. Collins gets it again. Not blocked. Newman there for the putback.
She got smacked on the hand too, and they got away with it.
10 for Alexis Newman. Griffin back out, double team. Now cross court. Over to Smith. Drills it.
Just buries it.
Taylor Smith, her second 3 of the ball game. 8 for her.
They left her. They're leaving her wide open. No one was even close to her.
The senior, and that's going to get a foul called on Reagan Reed.
That's only her first though of the night, so no problem for her.
She's not normally a girl that gets in foul trouble.
In the 4A here in Wesco, the loser of this game faces
Mariner
on Saturday.
See if they can
to
survive.
stay in it, yeah. Josephitis out front, doubles, pick. Guerra thinks about it. Goes in hard. Again, they're making contact, but they are not calling. At least they've been consistent.
Yeah, they're definitely not calling it in favor of one over the other.
Josephitis gets in between that pass. Now she looks to Newman. She wasn't even looking.
Yeah, they blew a fast break opportunity there.
Little reckless. Reed. Kylie with a huge rebound. Back up, can't get it.
Girls on the floor, no fouls.
I mean, just bodies flailing everywhere. Collins reckless the other way. No.
I think she got a foul, picked up a foul though.
That time they finally called it. They got to get this under control.
Yeah, they are.
A little bit rough down there.
It's completely the antithesis of what we saw last week with the boys when they were just calling everything.
There's a happy medium.
This championship game here tonight, though, will let me go.
Fouling on Smith. Collins not able to hit it.
Free throws for Glacier Peak will be more crucial than ever because it's going to be tight. And they're going to need every point they can to get in this game or to stay in this game.
Collins. That's her first make out of 4 tries so far tonight.
This game is staying close in the third period. I think it's going to stay close all the way, guys.
Doubling Reed. Gets it back over now. Savannah. Savannah takes it all the way. It's tipped out. It's going to go back to Glacier Peak.
Kind of tried a little one-handed floater there.
Got a big-time crowd here tonight.
Great crowd. What a facility this place is. Just awesome.
Yeah, there's even a running track. We're up on the running track here.
High above. There's another errant pass there. She's having a tough night turnover-wise. Collins, Morin. Blocked though by Collins. Josephitis sees Newman down. Newman better be careful. Collins banging bodies.
And that's going to go against Reed, I think.
Yeah,
It's like bumper boats down there.
Could have called that almost either way. That's Reagan's second now.
Reagan's third foul.
Third
yeah, that's
foul?
her third. That is big.
Hey, that's a little bit of a problem.
Can be.
She gets in foul trouble, could be in trouble.
Jensen blocked again by Griffin. Collins, wheeling, dealing, makes it go.
Nice little one-handed right-hander.
Wide open underneath is Taylor.
Oh, gets it.
Big
Newman
rebound.
Gets it stolen from her.
Deep 3. Jensen with the rebound. Down by 1 once again.
They have not had a lead at all in this game. They actually haven't even had it tied up yet.
One of those two things could happen this time.
Collins, 13. She's going to take long range. Nothing there. The lead's still 1. Here comes Lacey Taylor. She's going to go all the way to the rim. Popped out Griffin. Elbows flying everywhere.
I think they're going to get Guffey on that one, I think.
Looks like it. Yeah, could have called it on Griffin, too. Kind of shoved Abby Josephitis right out of there.
That's her second for
Boy, Glacier
Kits.
Peak's had so many opportunities to tie the game or take the lead, and they just can't do it.
1:05 left to go in this third quarter. Lake Stevens hanging on. Pump fake. Goes in.
Oh, and they're going to pick up another one.
It's Kylie Bracey in the
think-
ball game, number 40.
I think that one's going to go against Newman.
You're right.
It's her first. Kylie. Been good from the line so far tonight. 11 points so far. Alexis Newman is going to hit the bench here for momentarily. See if she can make it a 3-point ball game.
And
She can. All of her points in the second half for Kylie Griffin been from the charity stripe.
And I don't think Glacier Peak has used a timeout in either the first half or the second half tonight.
Kylie Griffin takes the seat there for a rest here for a little bit. The last few seconds.
$15 on the shot clock. Guerra working it, tries to go left, not there. Big rebound. Bracey.
Oh, she was right on the line for over and back, but just kind of straddled it.
About a 5-second differential from the shot clock to game clock. Savannah back up. There's Galliani. And they get a foul or possession.
They're going to talk about it. They're going to talk about it.
Jump
ball. Possession goes Lake Stevens.
Held ball.
GP
Held
caught
ball.
a break.
No charges. No jump balls. What else, Ronnie?
Over the back.
Yes,
right?
no over the back. Thank you. 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh.
And Savannah
Gets fouled with 3 seconds, or 1.3 seconds left.
Nice move there by Savannah Smith.
Was that on
Collins. For a second.
Yeah, that's one thing. Well, that's a tough break when you foul somebody when there's like 1 second left in the quarter.
Savannah Smith hits that. Here comes Collins. Fakes, goes up, draws the foul by Bracy with 2.8 left in the third quarter.
Oh, there must have been 10 seconds. I was seeing that clock wrong.
That's the 6-team foul on both squads. It's the first for Kaylee Bracy.
Whoa.
And Collins having a rough one from the line here tonight so far. Still plenty of time for her to redeem herself.
1 for 5. Uncharacteristic of her or any of the rest of these girls for that matter.
Not there. Bracy with the rebound, and that's where we will end. Well, it all comes down to this. Who wants the Wesco 4A Girls Championship, gentlemen?
Well, GP's got to make up 4 points if they want a shot at it.
We'll be back with a fourth right after this. Scott Oshman, Tim Boyle, and Ron the Wedge Henthorn. Let me turn my mic down just a bit. I blew you out there. Sorry, buddy.
I can't hear anymore.
What?
What'd you say?
What?
Huh?
Who?
What?
Huh?
What?
Are the bands playing yet?
Hey, this is
I
gonna
don't
get.
know.
This is gonna be close. Fourth period here. 4 points.
Here we go. Hold on to your seats.
Leah Collins, freshman out there, still taking the point. Guerra back out, and it's Collins. Sees Guffey flashing. Guffey, tough shot. Good D there by Reagan Reed, and here comes Kylie Griffin.
Normally those shots would draw a foul. They're not calling those at all.
Nothing
Not
underneath
tonight.
the basket. Kylie just peeling off screen short there. Guffey the rebound. Here's Josephitis. Glacier Peak, both their girls and boys teams here in their championship, and another block. But Jensen there with a scrappy rebound, still hustling. Hits the board, 3 ball, got it!
From 5 feet behind the line, Josephitis drills it. Gets the crowd right back into the game.
Another 1-point lead for the Vikings. Third triple for Josephitis. Reagan Reed, she wants it back, and there's Collins late.
Yep.
Drawing another foul.
That's her third, I think.
I think it is her third.
I'm going to confirm it is her third foul.
Thank you, Scott.
I think you're correct.
Ron, you're allowed to make one mistake because this is your 18th ball game in like 72 hours.
Yeah.
Has he made one yet?
No,
No, of course he never does. Reagan Reed
not one you notice anyway.
hits the first. There you go. There's that 2-point lead. See if she can draw it to 3 one more time here with 6:49 left in the ball game. She does. They are money from the line.
It looks like Lake Stevens is going to talk about it.
And that's the first time Reagan Reed's been to the line, and you'd expect her to be there a lot more from the previous
Is that the
games
first
this
time she's been to the line tonight?
Yeah, you bet.
But on my count, they are 6 for 7 from the line. Is that right? No, 7 for 8.
Yeah. And GP's probably
Oh.
about the opposite of that.
10.
10?
Yeah.
8 for 10? 7 for 10? What do we got?
7 for 10.
That's pretty good.
What about GP?
Ooh, GP.
It's not looking good for them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 3. There's 6 for
6 for 9?
No, that can't be right.
I know, it doesn't feel like that.
6 for 11.
6 for 11.
That
See,
sounds more
Ron's
like-
always right.
6 for 11 sounds
Yeah,
right.
I just have to count for slower than you do, that's all.
Glad you're with us, and if this isn't good enough, we got one more.
We got the same GP boys coming in here to play this game.
In the 4A Wesco boys version of the championship, it is the Kamiak Knights, Carson Tuttle.
Yeah, Kamiak upset Monroe, I think. And
Yeah, and
on
Monroe
Saturday.
gets beat earlier by Jackson. Their season's over, so Glacier Peak, Kamiak. But right here, we got a ball game to decide. 6:38 left in this one. Glacier Peak with the ball, and Guerra out front to Jensen. Waits, and that was telegraphed,
Oh,
and
she
Jensen
stepped-
wants that one back.
Yeah, Glacier Peak gets a break there. Reagan Reed stepped on the line.
The big black line she stepped on.
Well, Reagan Reed's fast on those. You can't telegraph it at all with her around.
I think they reset the clock. They got to reset. Oh, they got to wind it down to 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's a good call. It never got to the rim. Joseph sets a
But it
pick
changed.
for Grambo. Here's Guerra, 3 seconds. Jensen's got to do something. All the way in, and she makes it.
Wow, with no time on the clock.
Another 1-point lead.
Glacier Peak has a chance to get back in this game real quick here.
Tyler Smith into Kylie Griffin. Rolls in.
Gets the roll.
Well, first 2 of the second half. Uncharacteristic of her.
Reagan Reed tries to go. Grambo punched out. Newman for 3.
Got
Get it!
And they finally tied it up, gentlemen. 40-40. First tie of the ball game, I believe, for GP.
Since it was 0-0.
5:36
Since it was exactly.
left to go.
Reed for 3.
Reed deep.
Oh!
Wow.
And wow, that's a killer.
Her second 3 of the night. Stretches it back to 3. Newman on Griffin baseline. Josephitis. 15 on the shot clock now. Newman, far side, big 3. Grambo almost had it. Who? This is off.
I
They're
thought it
gonna
was
say
off.
it's
I
off
thought that
GP.
I thought that went off the back of one of the
I thought it did
Lake
too.
Stevens gals.
We're up on top. We can look down on that and see it.
That's
I thought
right.
she did too.
They need an instant replay there.
Throw the red flag out.
Taylor Smith, senior, she had a big 3. She's got 8 points in this ball game. Smith.
Oh, and she's going to pick up the foul.
And it's going to be on Abby maybe. Not good if it is, but
Great deception there by the senior Smith. Looked like she was going up for a shot, then went underhand. Fouls on Josephitis, her 3rd.
It is on Josephitis.
not a problem. 4 minutes left in the game. She can handle that.
She hits it.
Lake Stevens continues to hit those free throws.
Great job by the Vikings from the line. 45-40. It was just tied at 40 seconds ago. Josephitis from deep
Oh,
follows it up,
she got raked across the face, too.
and she hustles to get the rebound and the steal. They'll have another shot. And Brian Hill is going to take a timeout with 23 seconds on the shot clock. We will step away and we'll be back with the remainder right after this. Scott Oshman, Tim Boyle, Ron the Wedge, Henthorn with you. The final 4:25 left in this championship game. Lake Stevens, the #1 seed all year long in the Wesco 4A. RPI of a 7th. Newman, though, says, I don't care, and she draws a whistle.
And that's going to be number 3 on Kylie Griffin, I believe, but not really a problem at this stage of the game.
Newman falls out.
Not good on the free throws tonight.
Not as good as they normally are.
Short there. Tough. And the free throws so far absolutely killing Glacier Peak.
Oh,
And
they'd be, if they could hit some free throws, they'd be winning the game right now.
hey, there's a picket fence. Tyler Smith just fighting off arms until a whistle is blown.
Was that a foul or just a
Held ball,
tied up?
held
Yep.
ball possession, Lake Stevens.
We were tied at 40 with 5 and change left, 45-40.
However, it was a foul, Tim. It just wasn't called.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Johansson goes up, Griffin with a big rebound, and
That was a foul, too.
Newman apparently got ball there. Here comes Haley Grambo, pushing.
Uh-oh.
Josephitis.
Oh,
What a rebound by
Oh.
Newman. She goes up and then goes down.
gets the foul though, and she'll be at the line for 2. She's gonna have to hit these though.
Yeah, these are critical right now. She needs it.
Who'd they give the foul to?
10. It's
10.
Lacey Taylor, not there. First on Lacey Taylor, but both 8 team fouls on both, so we are bonus time. She hits the second. .38 left. 4-point lead.
Lots of time for lots to happen here. in this
Taylor
game.
Smith
Oh,
doubled. Now she's just pushing off.
Did you see her push off?
And
Boy, she just took her arm and
And-
just shoved it way out, and they didn't. Normally
they-
they're going to call that like
they did
9
call it.
times out of 10.
I think they did.
I don't
call
think
it.
though. I think it's a timeout.
no, it's a timeout.
Oh.
Randy Edens
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that was
wisely
pretty-
calls a timeout as his player is in trouble.
That was pretty blatant.
Yeah.
It's the playground, baby. It's the backyard.
I see the striped shirts down there talking about it. They're like, they saw what happened.
Yeah,
but he
they're
said
talking about it. You're correct.
He's showing her what he had a hold of the ball.
I'm not sure why they didn't call that. They're even motioning like
See?
she was pushing off.
Yeah.
That they got away with one there
Yeah.
because they would have also lost possession of the ball.
It's funny, we did that. We're talking about the 45 foul game last Saturday we did, and it usually the playoffs, this is what I'm used to, I think we're used to. Usually they loosen up a little bit. Now this could be going a
This
little
is
too
a little,
far
yeah.
because the girls are just flailing all over the place.
Now I have to say I prefer this over
Yes,
the other.
I agree.
I like it being called a little loose.
We almost bought property there in Marysville Pilchuck. We were there so long.
Oh yeah.
The only thing
Well,
I'm going to say about those fouls, guys, is that they've been consistent all the way, and I hope that they stay consistent for
That
these
is
last
true.
3 minutes.
I agree, Ron. Even in the game with the 45 fouls, they were very consistent both ways.
Yes.
They did wear out that little ball in the whistle,
They
though.
did. Kylie Griffin, she gets position. What a move!
And she got fouled and made the basket anyway.
Bumps it up to a 6-point game for Lake Stevens.
16 for the senior Kylie Griffin. Front and Newman. Josephitis over there, 14 on the shot clock for Glacier Peak. Cross court to Guerra.
Guerra can hit those threes. She needs to take them.
Trying to get some space. Tough pass. Grambo comes up with it. High, low, and it's going to stay Glacier Peak, but only 4 seconds on the shot clock. That's a tough entry.
I don't think Glacier Peak can afford to be using all 30 seconds on the clock right now.
Sure.
You better get the ball off.
Tough pass.
Uh,
And she hits the line with the clock
I don't
expiring.
know. Did they not know there was 4 seconds
They
on the
must
clock?
not. They
I don't think
mean-
Guerra knew it because she should have shot when she got the ball.
They got to be paying attention to that.
Nonetheless, Lake Stevens Vikings, they have held on by their pinkies to this lead, tied up at one point at 40. Here comes Reagan Reed. She's been quiet as of late. No call there. This one going to Newman. Newman, coast to coast,
they're
and
gonna
an
get her a
offensive charge.
Wow. I think it's the right call.
Yeah, it
I do
was
too.
Got to
She's-
call that.
She got a little bit out of control.
She did.
Those are the kind you got to pull up and shoot jump shots on.
2:28 left to go. 6-point lead by the Vikings. Taylor Smith, she's been outstanding tonight. Over to Lacey Taylor.
Nice hustle by Abby to knock that ball away.
We got Lacey Taylor, Savannah Smith, Taylor Smith.
Taylor Smiths.
A lot of Smiths, Taylors, you name it. 17 on the shot clock. Griffin. Rebound,
Oh, and just get out. Boy,
and that's
Lake
Lacey.
Stevens is hustling
They
like
are.
crazy.
Lacey Taylor there.
That's why they've
Almost.
gotten some of those second and third chances. It's just hustle right now.
GP needs to convert a basket on this turnaround.
If they want Josephitis, they got to give her some space. Somebody's got to set a pick. Newman almost travels, stops, turns, pops. Tried to pop it out there. It was Jensen. Johansson with the rebound, and here's Griffin with a $1:47 left to go in this championship game.
They'll be content with burning some clock here, I would think.
Taylor in some trouble there, gets out of it. 13 on the shot clock for the Lake Stevens.
They're going to run it all the way down.
Grambo tries for the steal, three-pointer.
Oh,
Dagger!
wow.
Who was that?
Taylor Smith. Newman the other way. Doubled, and that time Reagan Reed just
Picks
came
up-
out and grabs her elbow.
I think she's going to pick up her fourth.
She is.
Not really a problem with a minute left in the game, though.
Newman not doing well from the line. Not going to help a lot. If she doesn't.
Still just a 1-and-1 here.
Gets
and
it.
she gets it.
Ron, how many free throws have they missed tonight? Because that's probably the difference in this ball game.
8.
8 free throws they've missed.
Makes that one.
Well, 8 free throws they've missed, and they're down by 7. But you can't obviously expect them to make them all. But
Lake Stevens has been fantastic. They've hit huge three balls. You can't. Kylie Griffin, unbelievable rebound, puts it back up. Tyler Smith, she has been so good, so
We're-
strong.
where Lake Stevens has been really good is every time Glacier Peak's got to that within 1 or something, Lake Stevens just responds every single time.
Taylor Smith, the senior, got 13 points, gentlemen. 3 balls. So you're keying on Reed and you're keying on Griffin.
Yeah, and some of those threes were big.
Huge. That last one was money. Provolone, like I said.
Provolone.
That's
huh?
big dollar bills, baby. A minute 12. Lake Stevens trying to punch their ticket to Tacoma as the Wesco 4A champions. Reagan Reed, she has been a huge part of that. That time, not enough sauce. Josephitis thinks about going down, gets Guerra. Under a minute to go.
They got to shoot the three.
Down by 7. Newman drives, spins. Oh, and it rolls through.
Just kind of gets a good spin on that ball. And then GP calls a timeout right away, I believe.
With 47.4 seconds left to go in the ball game.
5-point game. I mean, it's not.
You're going to have to get downstairs if you're going to do player of the game, my friend.
You're right, I am. You guys got to tell me who.
How about Kylie Griffin?
What do we got for her? 16 on my count. What do you got, Ronnie?
16 for her, 13 for Taylor. Smith.
Right now, that's what I would say.
Okay.
You go with Kylie Griffin?
All right.
Make sure that thing's on. Yeah. All right, we'll get Scott set up to go downstairs and catch Kylie Griffith, player of the game here tonight. Tim?
Yep. Glacier Peak's going to need a miracle here.
They got 5 points to make up in very little time to do it. It's possible.
And it's possible. They got 41 seconds. I mean, it's stranger things have happened, but Lake Stevens is playing so well. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, they aren't playing the foul, so they're going to just try to play for the steal and get the ball back. It looks like they're going to let the clock go. They're all over her. They got to call it on one of those two girls.
They're going to call it on. See who are they getting on that?
I guess they give it on Haley. It didn't matter who they called it on. The third foul on Haley.
Looked like he was holding up. Oh, 2 shots. Oh, he must have been 2 shots there.
Yeah, that's on the scoreboard down there.
Well, Glacier Peak catches a break. Griffin misses the first one.
Griffin with her 16 points, trying to make it more for me tonight. I already
kind of can almost ice it here. Gets the back half of that one. GP inbound the ball. Collins is bringing it up the court. Drives in and gets the 2. Gets a quick 2. Now we're talking 4-point game. They're going to have to foul quickly.
Yeah. Why are they not? Yeah.
They gave up some seconds there by waiting so long to foul, but that's going to put Kylie Griffin back on the line.
Yeah, you either foul or give up and let her dribble it all out.
At the line, Kylie Griffin shooting 2.
Kylie Griffith's got 17 now. She's going down there to see if Scott can catch her and play the game because she's going to earn it.
And just like that, she makes it a 5-point game. 52-47.
You guys can hear me, can you?
Oh, we can hear him.
Kylie for 19 if she makes the second one there, Scott.
Back to a 6-point game. They're going to have to take a quick 3.
I don't know why they aren't shooting the 3.
They should have. You got to pull up and shoot a 3 there.
Just got too many points to go and with too little time left to do it.
Collins
sitting here back behind the Glacier Peak bench.
Oh, missed by Collins there.
They're missing way too many free throws.
Yeah.
Like you said, if they'd have made half the ones they missed, they'd be
yeah,
ahead.
if you're right in this game.
Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. There we go.
We can always hear Scott. You didn't even need the mic down there.
Yeah, right.
53-48.
They're going to try to not.
Yeah.
They want to foul her.
Glacier Peak not going quietly into the night. They're going to stick Griffin right back on the line. Kind of a moot point at this point.
Yeah, 7 seconds to go. 5 points. Make or not make. She's going to Work on
Yeah,
her
one of the
20th point.
one of the keys tonight was Glacier Peak missing all those free throws. That hurt him.
Makes another one.
Kylie Griffin not missing any free throws.
No.
Not really. The future Zag.
9 for 10 for that young lady.
9 for 10 from the line.
Yep.
This Lake Stevens team, they want to go to Tacoma.
We're going to have something called here. I think he's.
Did they call over and back, or what they call there?
I don't know what he called, but he stopped.
Not sure what they called there, Scotty. Did
Yeah,
you see
it was,
that?
no, it was hard to see from here.
He's trying to explain it to him, but I'm not sure what he called or
Oh,
why
they
he
didn't
even
start
bothered.
the clock, is what happened.
Whoa. There's Reagan Reed went down like a timber bull.
And that's going to do
Oh!
it. Gara hits
And
the final.
She got that one from
I don't know
about 10
that it
feet
counted.
there. I don't think they're going to count it either. And it is the final. Lake Stevens is your district champion, and they will be going to the state tournament down in Tacoma. Glacier Peak still alive.
Got to go up against Mariner on Saturday.
Yep. It's a good matchup for Glacier Peak, so they definitely still alive. Player of the game goes to Kylie Griffin. How many points did she end up with?
21 is what they have on the board
21.
here, down here.
21's what I've got. 4-2.
I'll try to get Kylie right here. Kylie, can I get you real? Kylie, can I get you real quick?
I think
We're going to Kylie right here. Hey, you're our Speedway Chevrolet player of the game. How does it feel this time?
Oh, it's amazing. I'm so happy.
21 points. This was a tough. They were letting you guys go down low.
It was a really physical game, and it was nice that they let some of the stuff go, but it was nice that we were able to power through all that.
You guys were spectacular from the free throw line. You hit big ones down the stretch. They kept getting close. What were you telling your teammates?
Just calm down. We shoot them every day in practice and one at a time.
What about your other, a lot of talk about Reagan Reed coming off the big points. You guys play in the summer. You want to push and go fast. But how about Taylor Smith?
Oh, she was amazing. She was a great shooter tonight and stayed calm and was just really clutch.
All right, hold this up. You know how this works. This isn't your first rodeo. Point up there. You're our Speedway Chevrolet player of the game. There it is. All right, Kylie, congratulations. Go cut down those nets. There it is, guys. I'll send it back up to you, or maybe we'll try and get Randy Edens or somebody else. I don't know.
Okay, thank you, Scott.
Maybe we can do about ramping it up here. I don't know if we're going to have a chance to get anybody else or not, but 48 for Glacier Peak. Alexis Newman with 18. Abby Joseph with 12. Aaliyah Collins with 11. But not much help from the rest of the team. Only 2 from Jensen and 2 from Guerrera. Guerrera should have shot a lot more tonight.
What was the final free throw shooting? Did you? If you said that, I didn't hear it.
It was like 50%.
Yeah, if that.
I'll try and get Reagan Reed here maybe after she cuts down the nets, or Todd, do you want to break?
Okay.
So we're still here riding high. So see if you can get Reagan Reed. Bunch of happy girls down there. 13 points for.
There's a lot of happy Lake Stevens Vikings. The band, the students are going crazy. You're going to get Randy.
So
Where's the coach?
I don't even see the coach.
Okay.
We're still on, right?
Do you guys want to keep it here, or do you want to go to break
Well, if you can get Reagan, I think she's right out in front there.
and get ready for the next one?
Reagan's right there in front of you.
All
You
right.
want to grab her with the.
You're cutting in and out a little bit. Now I got you.
Keep coming straight forward. You got Reagan right in
Yep.
front of you. All right, if you can get her just quick.
We're ready to go here.
Scott, we just got word that
You got her.
Reagan Reed right here. Again, you came up, you're big right up there. Your big output Saturday, 32 points. You didn't have a huge points, but you played some killer D. and your teammates help you out, and Kylie Griffin, she came up big from the free throw line.
Wait, what was the question? What was it? Wait.
He didn't ask you a question.
It feels so good. Oh. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Reagan.
It feels really good, you know? It feels good.
Good. Go celebrate teammates. Now your fouls, you waited later to get your fouls. That was good. What did the coach tell you when they tied it with 5 minutes left?
He said be smart and just like, sorry, I'm really excited. So he just said play smart and, you know, like, just play smart, like no fouls, good passes and good decisions, and just move the ball around and get the right shots and stuff. So
You guys might have some bruises tomorrow. They were letting you go, weren't they?
Somewhat.
You might have some bruises. It was a tough play.
I know, it was real frustrating. It was really frustrating, and when you have, like, when people are face guarding you and they're double teaming you, it's hard to get to the basket. And when you do and you don't get a foul called, it's just all frustrating. But we all had to step up and just.
That's championship basketball. Reagan Reed, the sophomore. Thank you, congratulations. Have a great one. I'm going to send it back up to you.
Thank you, Scott.
And we'll come back up. Lake Stevens Vikings, Wesco 4A champions.
Yeah, we just got Ronnie. We just got word that Edmonds Woodway ends up beating Snohomish. So Snohomish is out, not going to the state tournament this year. One of the better teams we thought in the state of Washington.
Yeah, that's a big surprise that they didn't get by Woodway, especially as rated as high as they were in the state. So
and Edmonds Woodway is really good as well. So, but it's surprising that Snohomish lost, and we actually thought we'd see Edmonds Woodway and Snohomish in the final game.
Yeah.
Instead, they end up playing in the losers bracket. So, but speaking of the losers bracket, Ronnie, now GP's got to go into the losers bracket. I think they have a favorable matchup with Mariner, but Mariner's coming off a good win against Jackson. And I think they beat them twice, right? Didn't they beat Jackson in the first game, and then they beat them in the consolation round?
And GP has beaten Mariner before, so they'll probably do it again. But we got another game coming up here tonight. We probably need to wrap this one up, and they need to go out there and put a new net up on the basket down there because they cut it down.
That's like street ball out there. They just leave the net off.
Yeah, leave it off, street ball. So, again,
all right,
GP losing 48-55 to Lake Stevens. GP in the losers bracket where the win will put them into state, though.
All right, but stay tuned. We'll be right back in just a few minutes with the boys game, GP and Kamiak.
Right on.